the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, death is an illusion, homie, so I ain't never worried. Just ever ready, the flow's colder than February, anybody can get it, I'm hotter than the Serengeti. Yeah, back in the day, quick to shoot the heady, catch you a fade, and do you dirty in my little pennies, ready. Snatch for love, hit a nigga with a crossover. Plenty receipts, my homies do not at all sober. LeBron James of the motherfucking rap game, crack cocaine, come and whip you up a batch, man. I'm with the shits, knowledge is dollars, niggas are rich. You won't find a product bigger than this. Downloaded into my conscious, been bodying ever since. Right now it's starting to make sense. I bless it since adolescence, been practicing, manifesting, and stretching out to the heavens and leveraging energy vectors in several directions. I've been in the trenches with multi-dimensional vision. I ain't superstitious, but just for the record, I don't care if you respect it, nigga, fully invested. I don't care if you a legend, my appearance a blessing, appearance a blessing. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. Ain't no telling will I live or I die. Wish upon a star as I gaze upon the sky. Looking at the world and I see clear. So it makes sense, I don't wanna be here. A place to rest with no stress, gotta fathom. Gotta walk forward but we walk backwards. See my man cry when his mama died, no he ain't acting. Death is a fraction. I count my blessings, days of stressing. Reminiscing through a lesson for perfection. And I'm striving for peace, holding a weapon. Everywhere I go it's aggression. Why would I wanna be here? In the dark where I can't see clear. To be fair, it's irrelevant. Killing for the hell of it. Talk about heaven, but we all for the hell of it. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried.
Too many bodies in the cemetery. I was born in war, that means I'm ever ready. I see with one eye closed, I'm not talking fetty. It's the calm before the storm, that way we broke the levee. Flood the block, that mean necessary. I'm on top of my game, soon to be legendary. Yeah, back on my craft, I think it's very scary. Intellectual respect to me, and it's like for study. Original man, understand, buddy. Nigga, I'm gone in the flesh, it's all in the tan, buddy. Keep killing each other, part of the plan, dummy. But my people stump you to death, lay a hand on me. Word, if you a doubt, you get the curve from me. That's my word, prefer divine queens only. Flip you the birth and the curve, all my niggas buried. I preserve the culture for the little homie. Shit, I do it for the love, get my own money. Never front to button, that ain't no something. But I'd rather be cool and elevate or something. Black matter the rule, keep the coons from amongst us.
So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried. So many bodies in the cemetery, brothers getting buried.
Hey, how are we doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plum Queen. Well, it is Wednesday, Woden's Day, the middle of the week, and of course, I appreciate you guys giving me all of your time and your energy. Make sure you guys hit that share button, share, because you know we have to make AMPspiration go viral. All right, middle of the week, like I said, we got some good topic tonight that I felt that we need to start taking into consideration. As black people, we need to understand that life is a game of chess and not checkers. We have not been playing that way. You know, we've honestly, the way I see things, the way I've been looking at folks, things that people post, the way people live, you know, we're kind of living in oblivion. There's a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying, in the background and the scenes, you know what I'm saying, of life that we, you know, just have no awareness about. And we need to start paying attention. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a few things. This came about, I actually kind of merged two topics together. I started off wanting to talk about what I was supposed to talk about originally on Monday, talking about how we need to be in all industries. You know, we need to have ourselves in every industry. And what I mean by that is that, well, this is how it came about. I saw a post by Rizza Islam. He posted a video of a little girl. She looks about 6 or 7 years old, but she raps, you know what I mean, like she's a grown woman, like she's super dope. And I was reading some of the comments, and a particular sister had said that, we really don't need any more rappers. So she kind of had a negative outlook on the fact that, the little girl was spitting. And I understood what the sister was saying, but I feel that it's not so much that we don't need any more rappers. What we need are rappers, with a conscious mindset is what we really need. We need our mindset and people like us in every industry. We need more Jamar Miltons in the world, to use music, to speak truth, because especially our children, they're very impressionable. And music and entertainment is one of the biggest, their biggest distractions. So we need to now insert our knowledge and the things that we need them to know and, for them to thrive. But we have to be able to get it to them. We have to be able to reach them. So we have to go through the channels, which reaches them. Music is a big one. Music has been a huge part of my life. I know, especially growing up. I lived my life through music as a child, growing up in my teenage years. So if, like I said, if there were your Jamar Miltons and your David Banners of the world, is what we would hear on the radio, our children would be completely different, have a completely different mindset. They would be doing different things. No offense, all this mumble rap, that shit is not doing anything. It's just, I can at least say when I was growing up, for me, for music, they told stories, They was actually telling, their lives, in the music. They were throwing, knowledge in the music. None of that, is going on now with this whole mumble rap era. Like, they're not even talking about anything. It's just, like, it's just, rhythms and rhyming with no actual words or purpose. And our children are loving it, but they're not learning anything. So we need to insert, us more into the music, not just necessarily black people, but consciousness. We need to have music of value. You know what I'm saying? So, and not just in music, just in every industry. There's plenty of industries that us as black people, we don't tap into. Either we don't think, we could do it. We don't see ourselves in it, so it's not of interest, or it's something that is not pushed. So us, anyone who is conscious or on the road to consciousness, if you have children, you need to start thinking differently. So you can teach your kids differently. I'll give you an example. I had a great conversation with a gentleman. I'm not sure if he wants me to put himself out there just quite yet, but I had an amazing conversation with a gentleman, and we were talking about the issue that I had spoke on last week about the police not answering me and my cousin's call, and how we need to protect ourselves and things of that nature. So he came up with this dope ass idea. Like, I never even thought about this, and this is something that we don't think about. We talk about police brutality and how they don't care and they're just killing us. Okay, well, if that's the case, how do we change that? How do you get them to stop doing things like that without using brute force? Because violence only begets violence. So if we all try to shoot them up, bang bang, that's going to be a problem. So how do you strategically change that? He had an amazing idea. He said life insurance. Every black person needs to have life insurance. They're just killing us, right? Because they don't care. There's no value in that. But if every black person had life insurance, don't you think that the life insurance industry would start talking to the police like, listen, y'all can't keep killing up these folk because we got to keep paying out. Think about that. If everybody in the hood had $1 million life insurance policy, sit there and think about that for a second. If life insurance companies had to pay out $1 million for every one of us that the cops killed, I think police brutality will go down drastically. I told y'all before, and actually it's David Banner who taught me this. White folk only understand two things: loss of finances and loss of life. That is it. Those are the only two ways that you get to them. This is what I mean about playing chess and not checkers. See, who's thinking about that? Because I wasn't. The gentleman who told me that is a genius. And it might cost you a little bread. However that costs, $20, $50 a month to have that type of insurance on you. You spend more than that, you know what I'm saying, at fast foods and, you know, buying your bundles and your Mac and your Michael Kors and all that shit. Think about that. And not even just to stop them from killing us. Think about how that would work in our community. If every one of us had $1 million life insurance, that's generational wealth right there. That's money that you can leave your you know what I'm saying, your peoples when you die. Pretty simple, right? But this is why I say we need to play chess and not checkers. See, we're not taught stuff like this. These are not the type of conversations that we're having, you know what I'm saying, in black homes. This is not what you're talking to your children about at the dinner table. And we should. Don't you know the reason why white folk has been able to bring, you know what I'm saying, us down in certain ways is because of the way they handle things. See, back in the days they took brutal force. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the laws were set up, they were allowed to do that. So see, they're not, you know, allowed to do that just outright like that anymore. They have to go through channels. You know what I'm saying? They have to infiltrate to get in. Think about all of the black organizations that, you know what I'm saying, that have flourished and they have brought down. Your Malcolm X's of the world. Your Martin Luther Kings. The Black Panther Party. What did they do? That wasn't just white folks showed up and killed Malcolm, killed Martin, or brought down the Black Panther Party. That's not how that happened. They used one of us to go in there and infiltrate and learn our systems and get out and have our trust and then tear it all down. That's how they do it. So we need to do the same thing. If you truly want to stop, you know what I'm saying, or change this system of oppression, you're going to have to infiltrate it. The whole structure is built for itself to, you know what I'm saying, to thrive. So you can't just tear it down. This whole system, everything that you do is wrapped into that. So you have to infiltrate. But it's the mindset that changes that. Because like we have black lawyers, we have black cops, you know what I'm saying? But they go along with the system. We need people with our mindset to go in there, learn their ways, how they do things. You know what I'm saying? We need people to learn the law. To be quite honest, we need to holler at the Moors about that. I met a brother at the wake-up call that is on motherfucking point when it comes down to the law. We need to know these things. Not only, you know what I'm saying, to get up, you know what I'm saying, to protect ourselves, you know what I'm saying, but to use it because this is what they do. That's why the law has loopholes in it. They have it set up so they can maneuver through it. You see what I'm saying? So they can so they can shut other people down and they can get through the loopholes. That's how that's done. So we need to play the same game. It's not about what's fair, to be quite honest. You got to do what they do. That's the only way that you're going to even have a chance to up them. You got to get in their industries, learn their ways. If you've seen the hood movie Belly, if you from black neighborhood, more than likely you've seen it. Matter of fact, I don't even say that. If you're from New York and you're from Queens, you absolutely should have seen the movie Belly with DMX and Nas and all that. Well, at the very end, you know what I'm saying, it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. DMX's character, he was a drug dealer, super duper hood, extra crazy and whatnot. And they caught him. You know what I'm saying? He was tripping. You know how karma works. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. So they caught him on some stupid charge, and then they let him out. They let him out, and then this white dude showed up while he was playing basketball and pretty much told him, we want to, I believe this character, I don't know who he was supposed to play, but he seemed to be playing a leader of the Nation of Islam. So pretty much what they told DMX is, you need to go in there, you need to learn their ways. You need to get close to the minister. And then once you get close enough to him, kill him. That was how that went. So this is what they do. Again, the police didn't just show up, you know what I'm saying, and shoot that dude because, you know, and from the movie, he was trying to do exactly what I'm doing. You know, invoke positive change, you know what I'm saying, in our communities. You know what I'm saying, to take our power back. So they needed one of us. They couldn't get to him because he got security, he got all that. So they needed somebody to go in there, get his trust, and then turn on him. That's what they do. So we low-key got to do the same thing. We need to go into these industries that we're normally not in, because those are the places that are running and, you know what I'm saying, and actually rule our lives. We need to be a part of that. We talk about politics all the time, but see, really all we're doing is voting. We're not in the House. We're not in the Senate. You know what I'm saying? We're not these politicians. And the people that are us, that are politicians, they're going through status quo. I know y'all love Obama, but Obama wasn't about to do, you know what I'm saying, all that he could. He can't. He couldn't. And on top of that, he's one of them. Whether you like that or not, it is what it is. You can't be the president if you're not a part of the bloodline. Just know that, guys. So that's why I keep telling y'all that voting really means nothing. It really doesn't. You don't truly get to choose who you want in that seat. Because if you don't like either one of the candidates, you still got to choose. What kind of choice is that? So with knowing that, we got to do things differently. We need to get into these industries. We need to get our children. We need to get into science. We need to get into technology. We need to get into engineering. I talk about all the time about being sovereign. That is my ultimate goal in life, to be sovereign. Not to buy a $250,000 house, not to have 2 cars, you know what I'm saying, that is the recent year to have. No, that's not what I want. I want to have my own land. I want to build my own house. I want to have my own water supply. I want to be able to grow my own food. I want to be able to do what the hell I want to do without anybody telling me what I'm supposed to do. That's the type of life that I want. Because getting a house, if you don't own the land, it can be taken from you. Buying cars, they don't belong to you. You're leasing them. That's why you have to pay a car note. It doesn't belong to you. You owe them taxes, they're taking all your shit. I don't care how long you've worked. I don't care how many payments you made on it. It does not belong to you. It'll always be theirs. I don't need that. So the only way that we can be sovereign is if we control those things. Food. We need more we need more of us to be farmers. We need more Tazara paths in this world. We need more of us to get into agriculture. We need to eat. You need to eat to live. So then we need to know how to eat. We need to know what vegetables, what herbs, you know what I'm saying? Cause y'all watch all of these movies and y'all think that shit is entertainment, but can you survive if any of that stuff ever was to happen? If 2012 was to go down, or what's one of them joints that y'all like so much? The Walking Dead, that's like one of the most, popular shows ever. Y'all sit there and watch and love watching these zombies eat up folk, but could you survive if that shit really happened? What would you do? If you know what I'm saying, there was nothing but zombies walking around and you know what I'm saying, and food was scarce, would you know how to survive? So y'all talk about surviving the hood. Can you survive, period? These are things that we need to know. If we are ever in that situation, can you survive? Can you know what I'm saying? Again, can you hunt? I know that shit sound crazy, but it's the truth. Could you hunt for some food? If there's no more food in the grocery stores, you went through 5 years of whatever happened, and The Walking Dead is going on right now, so all the grocery stores within the last 5-6 miles that you've been everything is gone. Do you know how to shoot a deer and chop it up and cook it and feed your family? Would you know how to do that? Do you know which, you know what I'm saying, plants that you can eat? Because you know some are poisonous, some are edible. Do you know the difference? You out there with your babies and your babies are hungry. Do you know what to pick for them? Or are you going to poison your child? We don't think like this at all, but these white folk do. They're training their children. So if anything was to ever happen, they're good. We need to do the same. We need to know how to build things. Dr. Umar Johnson said something amazing at the wake-up call. He said, you know, you need to teach your children a trade. We need to know how to do things. We need to learn how to do more. Don't get me wrong. Basketball, sports, all that good stuff. Not saying that that's not good, because the discipline and all the training that you do to learn how to do those things, you can use those same skills in learning something else. But we need to learn, you know what I'm saying, how to do things that are going to help us survive. Basketball ain't it. Football ain't it. It's not it. We need some engineers. We need some people that's going to build something. We talk about sovereignty. Who's going to build these homes? We say we need our own schools. Who's going to build these schools? I'm trying to find a place somewhere in Africa, to be quite honest, LaClutch. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm getting into traveling, and you know what I'm saying, I'm getting different contacts in different places. Yeah, because I'm trying to get going. I'm keeping it a buck. That's what I'm trying to do. Sovereignty. Back to the basics. We say all this, we feel like, you know, we are just so smart, and we just so blessed with everything, but nah, man, we dumb as hell. We got all this stuff and don't know what to do with it. Like our grandparents and their parents, you know what I'm saying, they all had trades, their families put together, they had the least amount of anything. But they had each other. They had businesses that they ran. They were able to take care, you know what I'm saying, of their families. They had land and houses. That's something else that we need to do. People, stop selling your houses. Real estate, you know what I mean, land is a resource. I'm going to say that again. That is a resource. You need that. I told you, if you don't own that land, someone can kick you off. It doesn't matter how long you've lived there. If it don't belong to you, it doesn't belong to you, and that's just how that goes. Y'all have how your grandparents had houses, you know what I'm saying, that they spent their whole lives, you know what I'm saying, paying off. It's been in the family for 30, 40 years, and then your young dumbass just wants to sell it. Stop doing that. Don't you? Why would anybody just give you money? Why would somebody just pay you a lump sum of money for something that's not going to be valuable to them? Why don't we think like that? We just go for the money. Somebody offer you some bread, and all of a sudden that's the end all and be all. You're not really looking at, well, these people are super duper wealthy, and they're willing to give little old me this much, all of this money for this situation. How much money are they gonna make off what I'm selling them. We need to start thinking like that. I knew this dude when I first moved out here in Georgia. Don't know where he is now, but he was married, had a young daughter. She's probably a teenager now. But he was an inventor. He invented this type of carjack, this like automatic carjacker, something before automatic carjacks came out. This was about 15 years ago. He showed me the design, me and my boyfriend at the time, and it was super dope. He was getting, he was getting a lot of engineering companies and a whole lot of car companies that were inquiring, trying to buy this from him. And unfortunately, from my knowledge, he's a cliche black person and just saw the bread. Instead of patenting it, And I don't know exactly how that works, but contracting with automobile places or, or whatever, so it'll still be his invention, but he's getting paid, for them to use it. Nah, he's just sold it to somebody, and now that person is probably making quadrillions of dollars off of that, and he got that one little sum of money, and I am willing to bet my check that he is not living off of that. I guarantee you he probably has to work. I'm guaranteed his wife probably still has to work, because they probably already blew through that bread. But had he still owned that invention, he will be getting dividends forever. We have to start thinking like that. You watch Shark Tank and all of that. You see how the investors, they want a percentage of the company and all that because they see where that bread is at. This is why they try to keep as much equity as they possibly can. They want to make sure they keep as much percentage as possible so they can make the most money. We don't think like that, and we need to. Chess, not checkers. We need to get into the financial market. We need to stop being scared of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Us as black people, we are always the last ones, to jump on something. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. This is how these small companies, they come out, these, innovative ideas, and these white folk jump on it. They get it in this in the beginning stages, so then once shit go public, they're making again billions of dollars. Because they own shares of this brand new innovative company. They're taking chances. We have to start doing that. We always talk about the opportunities that we are not afforded, but they're out there. We just have to have the mind to take it. Like this travel company I'm a part of. Y'all sleeping on that shit heavy. Heavy. Everybody talks about how they want to travel. Everybody talks about how they're tired. All they do is work and I need a vacation. But as soon as an opportunity presents itself, you don't want to take it. Most of the people that I've told, about dream trips, they're looking at me and my situation and how, how could I possibly come up with this concept? How could it possibly work? Because they're looking at my financial situation. That's your problem. You looking at my current situation and not looking at the type of mindset that I have. You're wilding. You're wasting bread. If you're going on a vacation anyway, if you're paying for that ticket anyway, why wouldn't you want to put yourself in a situation where you can save money, where you can capitalize on your bread, you can double, you can use your money twice? No brainer, right? Nah. We would rather, go with the status quo, what we know, and just complain. Rap videos, distraction. Here's the thing about that, Eric, and this is my point. Yes, this day and age music, this mumble rap, it's definitely a distraction, which is why we need more of us. I'm talking about conscious people to make music. That's why I said we need more Jamara Miltons. We need more David Banners. You know, let me throw a female out there. Some more Cyrox. We need some more people that are willing to make music that speaks the truth, that has value. That's what we need. Because yeah, these mumble rappers, you know what I'm saying, they're not talking about nothing. They are just distracting our kids from what's going on. That's exactly what they're doing. So how do you counteract that? Because guess what? You're not about to stop the mumble rappers. There is no not getting these kids to stop liking what they're used to. They like that shit. So how do you change that? You give them what they like and throw in what they need. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, masking medicine. You know your kids don't like medicine or don't like vegetables, so you figure out some, you know what I'm saying, some creative way to throw it in there so they can get their nutrition because that's what they need. Right? It's the same difference. You have to if you're going to reach your kids, you got to reach them where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have children, that's why I got to make sure I got bread. Because there's certain things that I want to do. Like, there will be no TV in my house. At all. I'm going to have specific things that I want my children to watch. Until they're old enough to, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like they can make certain decisions on their own. But I'm going to make sure, you know what I mean, that I mold the hell out of them as much as possible. Because guess what? I can't control what's on the radio. I can't control these TV shows. I can't control what people put on YouTube either. I know I know a lot of people have been pointing out things, you know, they're putting a lot of homosexuality in these children's shows and whatnot. You can't control that at all. They're going to keep putting that content out there. You can complain about it all you want to. They're going to do what they do. So what are you going to do? We need more shows. We need more people on YouTube making cartoons. We need, you know what I'm saying? We need some, what do they call them? Well, I don't even know what to call people who make cartoons. We need some more. We need some of us doing that. How about we get some comedic cartoons popping? David Banner just sort of kind of got one going on. He got him a little cartoon, comic book type situation popping off. Where he's speaking, you know what I'm saying, the same things he talks about on his videos, but in cartoon form. We need that. I was talking to another homeboy of mine. He's into film. And he was, you know, talking to me about, you know, how much work it goes into making films. And this is why, you know, we don't, you know, a lot of people don't, I guess, make, well, we were actually talking about how kind of tired of, you know, slave movies. They're supposed to be making a movie now about Harriet Tubman. Now, Harriet Tubman has been my heroine since kindergarten. I have resonated with that woman since then. So a part of me was excited, kind of like, you know, seeing Black Panther. I was excited, you know, that I would get to see, you know what I'm saying, a movie about her. But then on the other hand, I've been 5 years ago tired of watching slave movies. I want to see, you know what I'm saying, some movies about us back in Kemet. I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want to see the first pharaoh, female pharaoh, you know what I'm saying, that reigned for 4,000 years. That's the stuff that I want to now see on TV about us, you know what I'm saying, or in films. So he was explaining to me, you know, people don't understand how much of what goes into making movies and things of that nature. And what I was trying to explain to him is I get all that. I'm not trying to take, you know what I'm saying, what goes along with that lightly. But what I'm saying is the resources are there. Tyler Perry has enough money, you know what I'm saying, to make conscious Black movies. Jay-Z is a billionaire now. He has enough money to fund, you know what I'm saying, movies, you know what I mean, that are conscious. All of these actors, you know what I'm saying, that have millions of dollars. We have the resources. We just don't have the mindset. And then there are movies out there that they do make, and we don't support them. That's a problem. The only movie that we went hard for was Black Panther. There's several other movies that are in, I think they call them indie movies, you know what I'm saying, where they do talk about different subjects, you know what I'm saying, that will be relevant to us, but we don't support them. They did a movie on Nat Turner, I believe. I heard about that thing once. Haven't heard about it again. Haven't heard anybody talking about it. That's not what we... But when that movie on Netflix, Bird Box, came out, everybody was talking about it. Everybody, including me. We need to start talking about our own stuff. We need to start making our own stuff. Chess, not checkers. We need to start going to see movies that are being made by black people. I'm sorry, Black Panther was about black people, but black people didn't really make a lot of money off of Black Panther. It's just a fact. We need our own film studios, our own production studios. We need our own stuff. We need to be in these industries so we can truly tell our story. That's what we need. Chess, not checkers, guys. Black people in a state of emergency. We got so many things working against us these days. The real is outnumbered. We got to come together or else. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, Eric. That's why we have to stick together. That's why we have to have our own things. That's why we need to be sovereign. That's why we need to infiltrate every industry. Man, we need some astronauts in this bitch. Talking about the stars and the quasars and all that. We need people to understand all of that. Just think about every industry that you never thought to be in. That's where we need to be. We need to start knowing what they know. See, they know who we are. We don't know who we are. That's the problem. This is why they can lie right in our faces. This is why they can tell the truth right in our faces and we don't know. We got to do better. We need our mindsets in all of these industries. We need some more herbalists. Jamar just bumped into one. He was at the wake up call. This man pretty much said, anything you got going on, he got a herb for you. That's what we need. Because these doctors, they not here to cure you, honey. They here to get that bread. We're talking about chestnut checkers, Nirika. I hope I said that right. I'm talking about how we need to be in every industry. We need to infiltrate every industry for our own benefit, so we can be sovereign, so we can have our own stuff. That's what we're talking about tonight. Eric, I'm so thankful for you because most black women make twerking. Well, I appreciate that, Eric. And let me say this too. No, I don't make twerk videos, but I definitely dance. So I'm not going to sit here and act like when I go out dancing with my homegirls and I get a couple of Long Island iced teas that I don't do that, because I absolutely do. But that's just not the type of content that I put out. I don't need to make videos about it, and that don't need to be the only thing that you see that I come up with. You see what I'm saying? But I absolutely do twerk. I try. You know what I'm saying? My booty ain't all that big, but I be trying. I'm just saying, just throw that out there. Ain't no hypocrites over here. You know what I'm saying? But my biggest thing is about unity and about putting us together. That's, you know what I'm saying? I want us to thrive. If, as a people, what happens to us happens to you don't understand, we are all one. Anything that happens to you happens to me and vice versa. And that's where my mind is. You know what I'm saying? That's really what my focus, that's my purpose, you know what I'm saying, to show you guys that so we can do better. We got to do better. Because, yeah, twerk videos is not about to help us. It's not. If anything, it's just making things worse. It makes the outside world look at it, and this is why they don't respect us. That's why the outside world, you know what I'm saying, they laugh. And not to say we need to care about what other people think, but we absolutely need to be respected. Absolutely need that. So we need to do better. You know, it is my purpose. This is what I have been, this is what I was born to do. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm growing at, you know what I'm saying, as I go. So I appreciate you, Eric. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, you being on the same frequency. I appreciate you listening to what I have to say. You know, there's a lot of men out there that don't just simply because I'm a woman wouldn't listen to what I have to say. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you could just want to be ignorant and, you know, stay in your bubble and continue to be in the matrix. But you obviously, you know what I'm saying, want better for your life, want better for your people. So that's why you're here. And I appreciate that. To be quite honest, that's more valuable. Because I can talk all day, but if you ain't listening, know what I mean? So yeah, guys, chess, not checkers. Start thinking differently. Start like seriously. And let me go back. If you just came in, let me talk about that life insurance thing again. Throw that in y'all ears again. Listen, guys, everybody in the black community needs to get a life insurance policy. If everybody in the hood had $1 million life insurance policy, that will make the cops think twice about killing you. They work together. This is what this is why I understand. This is what we need to do. All these industries work together. Construction, law enforcement, insurance, they all work in cahoots with one another. They all help each other make bread. Why you think you ain't gonna never find any straight streets? I don't care where you go. They've been working on New York streets as long as I've been alive. Every time I visit home, they are fixing the same streets. Why? Because if they fix the streets, that means the construction people have no jobs. They won't work year round if there wasn't anything to fix. So they don't really fix the roads. You know what else? That's to fuck up your car. You know why? Because if you just rode your car for 15, 20 years without it fucking up, you wouldn't buy a new car. So guess what? You wouldn't buy that brand new every year. There wouldn't be so many car dealerships. If your car can last you 20 years, why would you buy another one? So when you riding on these roads, they fucking up your tires and whatever else fucks up. You know what I'm saying? When you riding down bad roads. So the construction people get paid. You know what I'm saying? These car accidents. That's why another reason why I don't fix these roads. The insurance company got to get paid. The tow truck people got to get paid. How the tow truck people gonna get paid if ain't no cars to tow? Exactly, them damn potholes. They could make spaceships that low-key, that's supposed to be able to go through atmospheres without deteriorating. But you can't make a road that don't crack. Yeah, right. They work together. I'm going to tell y'all a little story and I'm going to let y'all go. So when I lost my arm, right? The car that I was in didn't have any insurance and we didn't hit anything. Or we didn't hit anybody else. So, I wasn't going to get anything. I wasn't going to get any assistance at all. Because my homegirl didn't have any insurance at the time and we didn't hit anybody. So, went through a situation and was trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how to get me some bread. So I got back to New York. We got us a lawyer, right? So we get to the day to go up to court. I didn't even speak to my lawyer. My mom handled all this because, you know, I was kind of trying to, you know, get a grip of my new life. So my mom took care of all of, you know what I'm saying, all of the technicalities and the politics and whatnot. But when we get to the courthouse on my date, finally meet the lawyer, get in the elevator. The judge that's over my case gets in the elevator with us. So we're standing there, he's in his robe and whatnot, and he's staring at me. So I'm looking at him, give him a smile, say hey, and he just can't help and ask me my name. And he was like, yeah, I think you're on my docket today. I think I'm on my way to see you right now. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And then he just gave me this look like, So I'm looking at him like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. So we get into the courtroom, whatever. My lawyer introduces me, and then I start talking. I pretty much gave him my spiel about how the accident went down, all that other jazz. My lawyer's not saying anything. All he did was introduce me. I'm doing all the talking, right? At the end of this, the pretty much the judge was like, "Yo, I got you. You whatever it is that you in here for, you about to get." Because he was looking at me and my arm. It was obvious that I'm disabled. So why is the, you know what I'm saying? Why did it take me 2.5 years to get there, to get, you know what I'm saying, for him to see me and for him to just be like, "Oh, well, you have your arms gone. Yeah, give her the money." I couldn't go see that judge without this lawyer. I had to give the lawyer 25% of the bread that I was getting. But I wouldn't have been able to get in even front of that lawyer to tell my story without having him. They work together. See, I paid him 25 cents to do paperwork. That nigga didn't do shit but get 25% of my bread for being white and standing next to me. He didn't do anything, but that's just how it works. That's how it goes. You can't just go up to a judge and say, you know what I'm saying, and set all of that up yourself. Because it didn't make no sense. What did I need him for? I saw the judge. The judge already gave me my money in his mind before we even got into the court because he saw me. I'm not faking this. It's obvious. But I had to give that white man some stacks just to get in front of that judge for him to you know what I'm saying, to deem that. They work together. We have to do the same. Don't get mad. Get smart. Start getting into industries that you're not normally used to. Learn some different stuff. That is what we need. To be quite honest, a lot of things that we are into, it's all distractions. That's why we're into them. Yes, I'm so glad you said that, Angelina. We need some linguists in this bitch. We need some linguists. We need some people who study language. Etymology is part of the reason why we so fucked up. Because we use so many low vibrational words. We don't know where these words come from and they don't resonate with us. And we use them over and over and over again. Words are like magic spells. You don't know. I've been using the word humble my whole life. And I've been thinking to myself that using that word, you know what I'm saying, was almost like an endearment, a term of endearment. You know, I was proud to be humble. Like, I know I'm great and shit. You know what I mean? But I feel like I don't need to be the one always talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You're not really great if you got to keep saying that you're great. You know, that was always my thought process, of it. But I was having a conversation the other day and looked up the word humble, and it's super low vibrational. So I won't be using that word anymore. We need some folks that are good with language. We need to know every language. You need to be able to go somewhere else and know what folks is talking about. When you go in that Chinese restaurant store, you need to know what them people talking about. They probably talking about you. You need to go to other places. You need to learn other people's stuff. We need to have our own language. Learn Melaninated. We need to learn that. Just in case if something go down, we can talk to each other. And they don't know what we talking about. See how that works? That's why they got Morse code and what was that, Pig Latin back in the days, that and all of that. Yeah, that. That's what we need. We need to know our own language. Linguists. We need some hydrologists. Yeah, hydrologists. Yeah, that's it. That's how you say it. Water. We can't live without water. You die without water. So we need some people that know about water. You need to have land around water. Remember Flint? Yeah, we're going to come back to that. I got a few interviews that I still need to do with that. That's still going on. We need to know about water. That's what we need to survive. Like I was saying earlier, inventors, if you're an inventor, if you know how to create stuff, we need you. We need you to invent some shit. We need you to patent that, and we need you to keep it. Don't sell it. Keep it. They done already took every invention we've ever made and, you know what I'm saying, and put their name on it. We need to switch that back up. Because everything that's ever probably been invented in this country, we invented it, but we don't get the credit. We got to do better. Chess, not checkers. We got to start thinking long term, not just day to day. You got to think full spectrum. Keep your past in mind. Be grateful for your present and plan for your future. All that ties in. You can't forget one without the other. We got to do better. All right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all time and energy. Teach your children to trade. Let's do better. Let's unite. Let's do this. We got this. Okay? Learn how to play chess, y'all. Especially my sisters. It's not enough of us that play. Most people that play are men, and most of those men are powerful men. If you think about every powerful man, they play that. It's the game of life. I promise you. Learn how to play. Chess is the shit. I've learned a lot knowing how to play that game. I love y'all. Love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm actually not going to go live on Friday because I will be traveling. I will be going to North Carolina. We are having our second annual Lighthouse reunion. I cannot wait. I am super uber excited, you know what I'm saying, to build with my family. If you are part of the Lighthouse, you should absolutely be going. I need to see you there. So Friday I'll be traveling, so we will see. I'm not sure. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, but if anything, I'm going to definitely go live and show y'all, you know what I'm saying, me and my tribe doing what we do. So I cannot wait. If y'all are on here, I can't wait to see y'all. I'm excited. I got a couple of little things that I need to do to get finished up. And I'm going to be headed down to North Kakalaki so we can get down Lighthouse style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, going to have a whole lot of fun. But I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Be inspired. Peace.